Yo, how's everybody doing? I am back, man. This is the second video of the day. Only difference is this time I want to talk to you about some NBA. We got a nice 5-game slate on this Sunday afternoon. So what I want to do, I want to help you get to the green line by giving you my top plays for tonight. I'm going to start off with shooting guard, man. We're going to get right into it. Shooting guard, Bradley Beal is my top option. I know we have a few other people to look at. Shooting guard is not super deep, and that's why I'm not going to risk it too much. You could look at a few names down here. Buddy Hield, maybe. Allen Crabbe, Courtney Lee. These are okay plays, man, but I'm going to pay up a little bit and just get one of these safe, secure options. And I think it gets no safer than Bradley Beal going up against Sacramento in a high-paced game. We got Washington only favored by 6 points. Bradley Beal owes me money as well with the being ejected. I think he's in a nice bounce-back spot. Every game that Bradley Beal has played in, minus that last game, he has got 20-plus points. That is something that is just uber consistent, man. We know for a fact he will get you 20 points. That's his floor, man, like just off scoring. We know a few rebounds will fall in his lap, a few steals. I think he's one of the safest options on the slate. He's my cornerstone to this slate, man. He's the guy. I'm going to have him in every single lineup. His price is cheap enough, and he has that potential explosive upside that we always look for. Bradley Beal is super safe. I'm going to lock him in, man. Him and John Wall takes all the shots they want. So that's my reasoning behind Bradley Beal. I shouldn't have to convince too many people to play Bradley Beal versus Sacramento. It's a no-brainer, man. But I feel really, really good about him. Another play that I really love, man, it may not look like the greatest because the results haven't been there, man. One thing we don't want to do is be results-oriented. I try to preach that. I try to stick to my guns. Sometimes it just don't work out, man, but I'm going to continue to do my process, man, and looking at the numbers, looking at the situation, looking at the price, I got to go with Tim Hardaway once again. I know it's ugly, man. I know this man is struggling. He is just not making his shots. It is terrible. Look at this. Look at this shooting, man. But a positive, man. He's 4,900. He's taking 12 to 15 shots a game. That is a beautiful situation. And we know he's the second scoring option on this team. He's in a bit of a slump. But one thing that I think is going for him, he's starting to get a little familiar with his teammates, with playing with the New York Knicks. And he's playing against the King tonight, man. The Cavs have been playing very, very bad defense. When you play against a great team like that, you definitely want to show up. New York is not looking to get ran through today, man. They think they can sneak one out on Cleveland like a lot of these teams have been doing. So I'm going to lock in Tim Hardaway, man. I think this is the spot for him to really break out this slump and bounce back. He is 4,900 once again, and the type of production that we'll get, the type of shots that we'll get from him, we can't get that from a lot of other players, man. So I think he's safe at 4,900, so I'm going to lock him in today once again. Now, I repeat, this guy has let me down several times, but my thinking behind that is we got to stick with the numbers. We know minutes equal money. He's getting the minutes. We want volume. He's taking the shots. We just got to get some of these shots to go in. Tim Hardaway, we leaning on you. Don't let us down. All right, so I got that out the way. All right, moving on to power forward, man. I got to get you some value. There's a lot of different options, directions we can go on today's slate. I love the slate of games, man. We got some pretty decent games, value everywhere. One of my top value plays I know I'm scrolling down pretty low, but just try to hear me out on this, man. Mike Scott is 3,100. He's taking on Sacramento. One thing I try to do is find these value plays constantly, man, because if you get a solid value play and it's not a punt play, see, I think it's a huge difference between a punt play and a value play. One thing that Mike Scott has going for him, he has a spot in the rotation. We know he's been averaging this 25 to 23 minutes mark. Mike Scott is an excellent scorer, man. He is very underrated when it comes to scoring the basketball, has a nice mid-range shot. He's not afraid to let that thing fly. He will be on the second unit, man. And on their second unit, he will be one of the standout players. And I actually think he'll get more run in this game due to the fact that Sacramento has a ton of bigs. We know Otto Porter's been starting at the power forward, and Oubre's been at the 3. But I think they might switch it up a little bit, man, because Sacramento has Skal Labissière and Willie Cauley. Those are very, very big guys, man. So I'm going to lean on Mike Scott, 3,100, like I said, going up against I think it's a favorable matchup, man. I think they'll need more size out on the court. That's Washington. So I'm going to lean on Mike Scott. Safe roll, 3,100. Bare minimum, y'all. We got to take a look at him. I'm going to plug him in as the top value play for me. There's other guys out there I like. I would say Mac, the backup point guard for Orlando. I think he's in a pretty good spot. A guy who's not really a value, but I think is a very, very decent price would be Emmanuel Mudiay. We seen last week or last game. I keep saying last week like it's football. Last game he played, I believe, 28 minutes, put up like 27 fantasy points. Him and Murray, they're kind of splitting the minutes evenly, which gets me a little sad because I like Murray. I want to use him because he's only 5 racks. I'm getting off topic. I'm rambling. I'm going to stick to the script, man. I'm going to go ahead and give you my center, and then I'm going to get out of here, man. My top center on tonight's slate, I just got done talking about Sacramento size, and a value play for me as well. It's 4,400. Skal Labissière, man. Once again, no Zebo. Nice big man, very skilled, not afraid to shoot the 3 itself. Nice mid-range shot. Like, it's going down in this game. I'm attracted to this game. We have Washington only favored by 6 points. I think it'll be a close battle. Sacramento's been playing good basketball. And I think with Zebo being out, it limits the rotation to 3 bodies. So I think Kufis, Willie Cauley, and Skal, they'll split minutes no matter which way. And I think Skal is the leading candidate to have a big game, man. He's the most skilled out of those guys, I would say. So I'm going to lock him in at 4,400. He should be starting today. Starter, 4,400. He's going to take shots. Lock him in, man. And that's going to do it. I'm going to only give you 4 today. Normally I do 5. But there's a ton of options, man. As you see, we got 7.5 racks left. We can go throw in LeBron James. Speaking of LeBron, man, I think he definitely has a bounce-back game. I'm so glad I didn't play him yesterday. I thought for sure he would be chalky, which he was, but I thought he would have a good game. I was willing to bite the bullet to fade him to get somebody else. Should have went with Boogie Cousins again, man, and AD. But LeBron, he has to bounce back today. I know they can't be comfortable taking on all these L's. LeBron James has a big game today. There's nobody on this New York team that can guard him. I look for him to have a monster game. We can look at Curry. I believe he's in a good spot. John Wall, of course. Kemba is on my radar. I'm going to squeeze him in this lineup because I really like him taking on DJ Augustine defense. Sign me up for that. But hopefully this video was helpful, man. I'm finna get out of here, y'all. Hopefully y'all checked out that NFL video. Give this video a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to me, all that good stuff. I appreciate the love. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday afternoon. I hope all y'all listening to this cash out, man. Get to the green line and bless up.